what did you spark to originally thematically that drew you in, and how did that change over time during writing? Should I ask an easier question?
Yeah, I think so, definitely.
You asked the kind of that's a question that anyone else can answer.
Start with favorite color.
How are you guys? You guys with discipline as writers? Is it more of a soft?
I'm very disciplined. I
Yeah.
mean, in terms of when I'm writing, I'll just start.
You're very disciplined.
No, I'm
you
not.
are.
I basically, when I write the first page, I'm fantasizing about finishing, and that is the propulsion that drags me through a screenplay and makes me like keep up the narrative pace of it. And I also know that if I write fast, if I think about what I'm going to write in advance, and then I write fast, that's you're going to feel that when you read it. You're going to feel the action, the
You don't
forward
second-guess yourself
propulsion
either.
in that. So no.
Yeah.
And well, in other words, after it exists, I always think you can do anything once you have a first draft.
Sure.
But if you don't have a first draft, you're screwed.
Yeah.
Starting is tough. Like getting going is tough, and I'll stare at blank screens and I'll check my websites and blogs, and especially this time of year when the politics are going, it's like polster. But
Oh, you keep
once
up
I
with politics?
yeah. But once I get going, it's like 6 hours in the morning, then lunch, and then 6 hours after that, and then dinner. I get really obsessive. But I do a similar thing. I just kind of plow through it.
Yeah.
But that first, for me, like 10 pages, I really get detailed, and then it's just kind of a disastrous mess for the next 120.
I heard David Sedaris say that he tried to be on a writing schedule once, and all he would do is find himself in the mirror looking at his hair, trying to see what it looked like parted in the middle. I thought encapsulated
That's right.
writing the best I've ever heard.
Yeah. So how do you do it then? Do you have a
You know,
schedule that you work
I've been
on?
writing for so long now, and I learned it through the professional necessity of writing. Then I learned how to do it on the kitchen floor in the middle of the night with the babies and then having no office space to do it. And so once I finally graduated to a place where it was officially my job and I could have an office and I could dictate my time, I didn't know what to do with myself. I really didn't. I find that no matter how much I try to recreate an 11th hour scenario, your brain just knows it's not really the 11th hour. And that little extra door that I need to have open just doesn't open until enough fear is in there.
Yeah, fear's huge.
Fear is massive for me.
Fear
That's the
is
only way I write
huge.
good dialogue is the fear of an actor reading it out loud.
I one time, I remember when I was writing The Station Agent, I even had the tape recorder, which I've never actually used a tape recorder, but it seems like when you're a young writer, you always get that. You're like, I better keep this. And one time I left it on while I was writing, and like leaving your phone off, and then I realized all of a sudden I'm writing, and in about a couple hours, and I heard click. I'm like, oh man, that was on the whole time. That's weird. And I played it back, and it was like I sounded insane. I was like doing the voices, commenting on my writing, commenting on my life, and then mumbling, and then typing, and then silence, and then voices and commenting, and anger and comments, and then just random and. That kind of, I wish I kept that tape.
I was
I
gonna
think
say,
Yeah.
that's great.
I know. It was
Yeah,
such
can we
a,
have that? So we can put
it was
on
such
the
a funny
website?
moment in my little tiny that apartment I used to live on the east side,
Yep.
that tiny little place,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I was like, man, I wish I kept that because it's sort of, I always remember that, like, all right, how to stay focused and keep moving.
You have to have the
Well put.
intestinal fortitude, at least for me, to sit with a lot of crap for a long time before it starts looking like anything better than that.
I get amazed with myself and completely mortified that I'm me with just some of the crap. It's like, oh, God! Yes, that was me, and that was a colossal blunder. Colossal.
It's just like looking back at your high school photos. You're like, oh my God.
That was my hair.